and welcome back to my channel. In today's Quick Tip Tuesday, I'm going to be going over some tips on how to get super voluminous hair, or volumizing hair, voluminous hair. This is highly requested. I was planning on doing a full length tutorial on it, but I feel like it really fitted the Quick Tip Tuesday sort of vibe because I'm going to be going over some tips on certain ways to blow dry your hair, styling products, and so on that you should use if you want to get a very volumized look to your hair. Some things I want you guys to keep in mind before I jump into this tutorial. Keep in mind that my hair type is extremely thick, coarse, dry, frizzy, wavy, so I don't have to work that hard to get volume. I think my hair is naturally pretty big to begin with. It just takes some taming and styling to get it to look like this. So if you're someone with very fine to thin hair, some of the products I'm recommending might not work for you, but I will make sure to include that in the video or mention it so that you guys don't, you know, go out and purchase these products and try them and then wonder why your hair is being weighed down and feels heavy versus being super volumizing. And also, I desperately need a haircut right now, so please excuse my split ends and my dead hair because it is that time. I just have not gone in to get a haircut. So with that said, let's jump into this tutorial. Alright guys, I'm starting off with clean, freshly washed hair. If you have thin to fine hair, make sure you're using a volumizing shampoo and conditioner. I used one that is more hydrating because again, my hair is extremely dry. And to dry my hair, I'm using a microfiber towel to help prevent frizz. And then before I get started, I'm just brushing it out with my Tangle teaser brush that I mentioned in my recent product obsessions video. Before blow drying, I'm just going to part my hair in half to make it a lot easier. And like I mentioned in the intro, I'm going to be using styling products that are catered to a thick, curly, and unruly hair type. But regardless of what your hair type is, you should be using some sort of styling product to help prevent heat damage from blow drying and any hot tools that you're going to be applying to your hair. I'm going to be using my Fido Botanical Straightening Balm to help relax my waves, and I'm going to be using my 24K dry oil to smooth out my ends. If you have fine, straight hair, this would be a great time to use a volumizing styling product, but I find that the 24K dry oil works well on many different hair types. Okay, so here comes my first major tip for getting big, voluminous hair. Use a large round brush when blow drying your hair. I find that the larger the brush, the more volume your hair will get because the hair tends to curve around the brush, giving it a lot of body and volume. And also make sure that the concentrated nozzle is attached to the end of your hair dryer to really press the hair into the brush and get a much smoother finish. And when it comes to the ends, make sure you rotate the brush so that it is underneath the hair so that it curls inwards. Unless you want more of that 60s, 70s vibe, then you can flip it going the other way. And when you're done, your hair should look somewhat like this. If your hair is shorter, it will probably already have a lot more volume to it. And again, please excuse my dead ends. I really need a haircut. So now I'm just going to clip back the bottom half of the hair. That really ensures that the hair that's on top that is wet will not cause the bottom half to get frizzy. And I'm going to repeat the same steps and add my styling products to the top half, but I'm going to add one additional step. I'm going to be adding a volumizing mousse to the roots of my hair to really add that extra lift. Don't be afraid of mousse. I was afraid of it before too. I just pictured my hair being sticky and crunchy when I added it to my hair, but this one actually just gives that added bit of volume we want at the top of the head. But if mousse still frightens you, they make volumizing sprays that work just as great. So now comes my second major tip for blow drying your hair for a voluminous look. You want to blow dry the hair in an upwards motion when drying the roots because it's going to add a lot of lift to the very top of the head. And again, when it comes to the ends, you want to blow dry them in an inward motion. And one side note I want to mention, my hair also has a ton of layers in it, which adds to that little extra bit of volume all the way around versus just having volume on the top of the head. And now that the hair is completely dry, I'm just going back and blow drying the ends to give a really smooth finish because as you can see, it's kind of getting a little crinkly up in there. For someone with really fine, thin, and smooth hair, this could be the final step, but as you can see with my hair, it's still looking a little poofy, so I'm just taking a large curling wand and wrapping huge chunks of hair at a time around the wand to create some added texture, volume, and also to further smooth out my hair. I know it sounds crazy that this is smoothing out my hair, but it really does give it a much softer finish versus the poofy, freshly blow-dried look. And for my final tip, make sure you always finish with a texturizing spray or even a dry shampoo to add a little bit of extra volume and texture to the hair. Alright guys, that completes this Quick Tip Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. If you did, thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, so I see you in the next one. Bye guys.